I am now. I'm very
Yes,
quick.
you are.
Thank you for
Yes,
that
you
little
are.
metta. That's a beautiful moment of metta right there. Record. So we're going to be practicing that. I thought we would begin then as we look at the practice of metta. I'm going to go back to, let me see if I can screen share this. We're going to go back to the original sutta because, and you've heard it before, we've read it before. But I think it's essential. This one is translated by our friend up in Valley Center here at the Thai Forest Monastery, Tan Jeff, Tanasara Bhikkhu. And here's what he has to say. So let's prepare, be available to this hearing. And then beyond the hearing, see if we can't let it translate, vibrate, hold meaning in our whole mind-body experience. And let's see what comes of it. So establishing ourselves, our feet, legs, and hips in contact with the earth, the floor. May this part of the body be well. Let's invite friendliness even right here. May we make contact with our seat and feel the rise of the back, the uprightness, the stability and balance of the head. May this part of the body be well. And as we breathe down, inviting that mind, inviting that awakened heart of metta down into the face, the forehead, the chin, the jaw, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. May this face be well. Sending out that genuine wish, completely opening the heart. Breathing down into the throat and the neck, the shoulders, the arms. Making contact with the warmth and the softness and the connection of these hands. May this part of the body be well. Offering that open heart, that friendship, that true friendliness, that unconditional friendliness to this part of the body, no matter the circumstance. We're going to talk about that later. No matter the circumstance, no matter the sensations, pleasant or unpleasant, no matter the liking or the not liking, may we open our hearts with the wish that this part of the body be well. Coming into the heart space, the chest, the breasts, the upper ribs, the lungs. May this body be well. Down into the diaphragm and the belly. The entirety of the body held by this envelope of thin skin. That's all that separates us. May this whole body, may this whole mind, may this whole heart be well. Breathing it in, making contact with the awakened heart mind of metta, loving kindness. As I read the Metta Sutta. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud or demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safety may all beings be at ease, wishing in gladness and in safety may all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short, or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child. So with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, freed from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world, this craving, suffering world. The METTA Sutta. And so let's practice with this. Just feeling for a moment before I strike the bell, what words, what images, what physical felt sense resonated for you as I read that? Where do you feel it in the body? Where is metta, this genuine care, this friendliness and goodwill activated? How do you know it in the body? Breathe into the body and bring that inquiring curiosity and attention. Where do I feel this? Where do I know this experience of metta? What thoughts come to mind? And may we practice today to be of benefit to those special ones, to ourselves, and to all beings everywhere without exception, omitting none, says the sutta, omitting none, awakening us and freeing us all. And with that very same friendliness, then, it is not only a quality of heart, it's a quality of mind, with a gentleness, with a calmness, non drowsy, non reactive, non judgmental. We begin to incline the mind towards the whole of this body sitting here. And as you make contact with any part of the body, may you offer the blessing of goodwill. May this whole body be well. May this in-breath be well. May this out-breath be well. May the whole of the breath be well. Gentle, calm, joyful effort. We abide and rest in the breath. We let the body soften and relax. There is nothing else to be done, but continue to breathe and open the heart mind just like this. And when the mind or one's attention moves, may you offer this wish or this blessing of goodwill. I'm hearing the birds. May these birds be well. May they be happy and peaceful. With gladness in our own hearts. May we extend this wish of metta in all directions, wherever the attention goes, without judgment or recrimination, without ill will, without fear. We offer the wish and the blessing of happiness, of ease, of safety, and well-being. Can you offer metta to the mind that is stable when it is grounded and well established in the breath? Can you as well offer kindness, generosity, and one's whole and open heart to the mind that wanders, that is distractible or restless or sleepy. Or seeking. May this mind be well. May this mind be peaceful. Remembering that metta or loving kindness is not a feeling, it's not an emotion. Emotions are conditioned by circumstance, by the quality of mind. Metta is always available, it is boundless, unrestricted, not dependent on circumstance. Always available right here, right now. The opening of one's heart with the wish for happiness, with the wish for ease, with the wish for well-being. So whatever the mind touches, whatever comes into this vast field of metta is consequently blessed. Breathe in and out from the awakened heart mind metta, including as we go everything. But we begin simply and right here in contact with our own body, our own breath. You can offer metta to the very contraction, to the very constricted mind, to the very confusion, to the very doubt that you are capable of this. Can we offer even here the wish for well-being, the wish for ease? Whatever we think and ponder upon, this becomes the nature of the mind. And so, as we place our continued attention on this wish for well being, for ease, for happiness, in whichever direction you offer it, towards yourself or towards another, you are cultivating this kind and loving quality of heart mind within yourself. Relax back, settle in. This metta is already here, already available. It is not something that you have to make happen. It is already within, it is already boundless. This is the level of metta that I would like us to be practicing each day this week, this on the spot, whatever arises within the vast field of the awakened heart of metta. May we offer a blessing, a wish, for happiness, for ease, for peace, and well being. May this breath be easeful. May this body be well. May this mind be pacified and calm. May this heart be open and offering, filled with metta. This is the path to true change, real change. Change in the world begins like this. With you. We can follow the traditional phrases. We can make our own. We can offer an image, a wish fulfilling tree, a gem, a jewel, a light. What we offer is not as important as that the heart is open and the wish and the feeling of goodwill will abides. And so we can begin the formal metta practice, often calling to mind first, particularly for us who are so judgmental, so self-condemning, a benefactor, a friend, a loved one. Someone for whom, when we call them to mind, the memory, the feeling of metta abounds. Inviting them into the heart mind and offering the phrases to them. May you be happy, truly happy. I send the metta with my own breath. I breathe in, making contact with this heart mind filled with metta, and I offer it on the out breath out. That may or may not work for you. It's not required at all. You may offer the heart itself. May you be happy, truly happy. May you be free from internal and external harm. May you have ease and well-being. May you remember who you really are and fill your own heart mind with this metta. Remembering that you are deserving. Unconditional friendship, goodwill, love. And then inviting that benefactor in. They are a part of the origin of our own metta, their love for us, their care for us, providing a good base and foundation for the continuation and cultivation of metta. We remember how it feels. We remember the qualities of heart mind within that vast, boundless field of metta. And then there's nothing you can do but continue. Calling to mind a loved one, a friend, or someone in need. inviting them into your own heart mind. And offering this wish for goodwill, for happiness, for ease and well being to them. May you be happy, truly happy. May you be free from internal and external harm. And see what phrases arise for you right from this open, generous, boundless heart of metta. May you have ease and well being. May you remember your true nature and that you are deserving and capable of this goodwill, this kindness, this love. And calling to mind the neutral other. This is where we recognize our own capacity to cultivate feelings, that we are not subject or victim to our feelings, but that we are the ones who cultivate them uh, with qualities of heart mind. So we can call on a neutral other, someone who might be truly neutral. I'd like you to keep this person in mind during the week. I'd like you to offer them metta each day. And with as deep and wholesome an aspiration, no less than the benefactor and the loved one, may we offer this wish of goodwill to them. May you be happy, truly happy. May you be free from internal and external harm. May you have ease and well being. May you remember your own true nature and that you too are deserving and capable of this genuine care, this love. this kindness. And then calling to mind the difficult one, the one who invokes reactions or challenge or difficulty. The one that invites contraction, or judgments, fear, or condemnation, whatever comes up in this heart mind when you call upon this one. Maybe somebody you know well, maybe that mechanic in Parawan, Utah. Calling them to mind, inviting them in as completely as you have the loved one, the benefactor. Creating space and room. And offering this genuine wish for happiness, for ease and well-being to them. May you be happy, truly happy. May you be free from internal and external harm. May you have ease and well-being. And may you remember your own true nature, capable and deserving of love, attention, care, and kindness. And feeling into the body, seeing what's open and contracted, what's easeful and tight or gripped, no judgments. And I think often for myself, this is sometimes a place where I offer metta to myself for the parts that cannot yet open, for the parts that are still angry or confused, for the parts that are still fearful or judgmental. What I cannot offer the other, can I offer that to myself? Knowing the cause of suffering. May I be happy, truly happy. May I be free from internal and external harm. May I live with ease and well-being. And may I too remember my true nature, capable and deserving of love, care, kindness, and attention. And let that boundless heart of metta wash over you, fill you completely. And then opening wide beyond the body, beyond breath, beyond those we like and those we don't like, those we know and those we don't know, the born, the unborn, the ill and the well, the large and the small, those we believe are deserving and those we believe are undeserving. May we invite them all here in our own vast, boundless, limitless hearts, the heart of metta. May we all be happy, truly happy. Let the heart mind of metta move in all directions, including opening, accepting all things, inviting it in, not keeping anything separate, nothing left out, no one excluded. May we all be free from internal and external harm. Offering this genuine wish. May we all live with ease and well-being. May we all remember our own true nature, our true nature filled with loving kindness, filled with love, filled with compassion, filled with care and attention. Limitless, boundless, vast, and open, like the sky. And then for just a moment, inviting that metta, that awakened heart mind back to yourself. making contact with your own body sitting here, touching your own breath. May this be the body of metta. May this breath be the breath of metta. May this mind be the mind of metta. May this ever expanding heart be the heart of metta, offering blessings of goodwill, of happiness, of ease and well-being. And may this practice today contribute that it be so. May we commit to beginning and continuing this practice of metta. So be it. Take a sip. Maybe offer a little opening of the body in some way that feels good to you. So I think most of us have done the metta practice before, right? Is there anybody here who hasn't done the loving kindness or metta practice? Could you let me know? Okay, good. So that's one of the truths. We've all had some experience with metta. Here's the other truth. None of us does it enough. Is that right? That's right, isn't it? Yeah, none of us does it enough. We're going to fix that this week because we're going to do it all day, every person, every situation, all week. I want you to see the difference that open heart makes to the quality of your own heart mind. It changes everything. And so then when we look at the truth of real change, this is where it begins, isn't it? Just like this. Now we need our mindfulness. We need to know that this object is arising, don't we? If we don't know it, we can't make the offer, can we? We can't extend the blessing to a thing we missed, right? And so our mindfulness practice is essential. And then when with mindfulness, we see the arising of the object, we offer it a wish, a blessing, right? no matter what circumstance. Remember, metta is not based and not dependent on any conditions whatsoever. You are capable of this in every single moment, actually. We just haven't practiced that. And we get caught in the swell, don't we? We get caught in the distress. We get caught in the judgment, the fear, the pain. And so, is there anybody here? Let's start like this. Is there anybody here who does not feel able to follow the instructions that I have offered? Anybody? I'm just not sure I'm capable. Sometimes it's hard. Yes. Can we offer metta then? Can we offer metta in the moment where we go, I can't find any metta in me in this moment? Can we, in that moment, offer metta, the wish for happiness, the wish for ease, the wish for well-being, the wish for peace to ourselves? Is that possible? When I go, oops, I don't have any, I can't find it. That first mechanic who jammed me up by 20 hours. Can I then offer that directly, immediately to myself? May I be free from internal and external harm. May I have ease and well-being. May I remember my own true nature, capable and deserving of this love, this attention, this care. I see some things happening on chat, so I want to look at them. Yes, it's hard because we are in habits. It's actually our true nature, really. It is. It's hard because we get caught in that reactivity, that brainstem. We're going to notice that happens, and when it happens, we're going to offer metta, wishes for goodwill, for blessings, for freedom to ourselves. I feel quite distracted this time of year, have to go back to myself over and over. Beautiful. That's perfect metta practice. Annika, perfect metta practice. A much needed practice, especially now, always, now and always. I haven't noticed a moment where it hasn't been of benefit. I have not noticed one moment where metta practice has not been of benefit. Leanne, I think that it is a good idea to start that metta to myself always creates compassion. Beautiful. Whatever door we can begin, that is the one, right? Whatever door with which we can begin. First thing in the morning, where can you offer kindness, love, compassion, unconditional friendliness? Now, by the way, all metta is unconditional by its nature. Remember, it is not dependent on your feelings, your mood, your circumstance, or that of others. Metta is understood to be the boundless ones, one of the immeasurables, the heavenly abodes. These are all the words that are used because it is not conditioned. It is not conditional. It is not a feeling. This is good news. This is good news. Okay. Does everybody understand the instructions for this week? As often as you can wake up and notice that you are alive, breathing, thinking, looking, we can offer metta to thoughts. We can offer metta to sensations. We can offer metta to our whole being, the whole being of another. We can offer metta to a circumstance. We can offer metta to plants, animals, exchanges. We can offer metta. Where is there a place you can imagine where you cannot offer the wish of goodwill? Can anybody find a spot? where we cannot offer the wish of goodwill? I'm not seeing anything, so I'm assuming we haven't found it yet. It doesn't mean it's not effortful. We have to get ourselves out of the way, right? The conditioned self has to move out of the way. The judging self, the frustrated self, the wanting what we want self has to get out of the way. Isn't this perfect practice? We can't offer metta while we stay in the conditioned, habitual nature of mind. It's not possible. And that's when it becomes hard, Leanne. It's because there's actually a conditioning, a wanting or a not wanting. There's an attachment, aversion, a liking or a not liking present. And in that moment, there is no, you're right, you can't make contact with metta, but we begin by offering from that place of essential trust, from the place of our own essential nature, and it recontacts it for us. It makes contact with it again. Oh, that's right. Even that mechanic who wasn't willing to help me in the middle of a car crisis, I can actually open to him. I can. Yeah, it's easy for animals because we tend to feel somewhat unconditional with animals. That's exactly right. Yes, noticing the habit is the first step. Noticing the contraction. Can I offer metta there? May this contraction itself be well. May it be free from distress. May this judgment, this hatred, this confusion, may this pain be free. Yeah, that's the beginning. That's the middle. That's the end. Beautiful at the beginning, beautiful in the middle, and beautiful at the end. Can you understand, everyone, why I'm saying that this practice itself is the most essential beyond our mindfulness practice, which we need for metta practice? These two practices are most essential towards real change. From my point of view, essential. Because if we cannot cultivate and remember our wish, not only our wish, but the wish for all beings to be well, to be happy, to have peace, to remember their own true nature. If we cannot know this, the reality of this interconnection and the beginning with ourselves and our own peace, our own ease, our own happiness, not in a seeking or craving way, that happiness that is unconditioned, the happiness that isn't reliant on the good cake, the perfect relationship, the car that works, right? Not dependent on any of that. That is the beauty. Really, it's profound when we can make contact with it. It isn't dependent on anything at all. I want to hear from you. I see some of you on, so I'm thinking, are there any thoughts about this before we, this is what I believe the whole point of the book, Real Change, was based on, was can I open? And when I can't open, can I open to myself? And when I can't open to myself, can I open to the wish to be open? Can I offer the wish to be open? Can I offer the wish to be kind? Can I offer the wish to see clearly what is obscuring and obstructing what otherwise is unconditioned? And then really right there, from that very place, we've changed the world. Right there. That one moment changes the whole of the world. And then it grows. Thoughts about this? I'll sip on my gifted coffee. What do you know about this? Can you imagine practicing like this to say, may I bless, may I offer goodwill here? May I offer friendliness here? May I offer true friendship here? Somebody's on. Hello?
Yeah, well, even while driving, Diana, come on.
Even while driving.
I am
Now,
driving.
there's a lot of meta to be done while driving, let me tell you.
Yeah,
Right?
well, I needed some. So as you're talking, somebody pulled out and started backing up and blah, blah, blah. And I came back to Meta afterwards.
Yes.
I'm going to sign off now.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever we do, it's perfect. Whenever we can make that contact. Sometimes, like me, I was in the fit of deciding that the unhelpful, my term, not necessarily reality, let's keep this in mind, my unhelpful mechanic who helped me have to drive many, many more miles and tow my car very far away. I wasn't feeling so much meta at the moment. Uh, I had to recognize first, this is where a mindfulness practice is essential. I had to recognize that I was contracted. I had to recognize that I had a strong aversion. I had to recognize that I wanted something else. I had to sit in that suffering for a moment myself to go, whoops, this is not going to make this better. Not for me, not for him, not for anyone. But it wasn't because I didn't start there. I started right there. And then I went, oh no, there is no benefit. Do you know that man? I'll finish the story. That man ended up being the biggest blessing of the entire adventure of my car being completely jammed. You know why he was a blessing? Because that car ended up at a Kia dealer many, many miles away, where a beautiful man named Jeff said, we're going to get you a new engine. We're not going to fix your car. We're not going to send you out on the road with this thing that's now happened twice. I'm going to get you a new engine. And you know what he did? He got me a new engine. He worked for 4 days to talk to reps in Kia, to talk to Korea, to say, we're not letting this woman who's thousands of miles from home get back in that car like this. That man, if that man had fixed my car in Parawan, Utah, I would now not have the situation I have. What a blessing he is. He went, I don't know. You know why? He didn't know. He didn't know. I'm not blaming him. He doesn't work on Kias. That's not what he does. He's a little town mechanic who went, I don't know what that sound means. I don't do these cars, right? I fix Chevy trucks. That's what I do. Right? Perfect. He knew his limitation, right? And went, I don't know, I can't fix it, right? The truest blessing was right there, because had that guy fixed it, I'd have been on the road, gotten in a whole other set of situations that would not have been helpful because it kept happening, right? There he was, a blessing right there. And I could see that later in the whole, as I looked at the whole. I could see without that action, the other actions could not have in fact occurred at all. Right? And so be careful. You know, there is, as Pema says, within every perceived curse, there is also the blessing. Can you open enough to see it? Even the thing we did not want, even the illness, the difficult other, they are truly our blessings, because they are then opportunities for us, aren't they? To go, where am I contracted? Where am I in craving? Where am I? They are our best teachers, as we all know, and often most difficult. And often most difficult. But the beauty of it is we get to keep working with, practicing with, right? It. Does this make sense to anyone? Are you understanding what I'm saying about this? We often don't like the situations. Good. Thank you, Tanya's got a thumbs up there. That helps me know. we don't like situations, but that doesn't mean they're not right. And in some way, most of the difficult situations I've ever been in have been difficult because I've needed to see more clearly. I've needed to open more unconditionally. I've needed to. It was really only within me that the circumstance needed to change. The real change was then in me, right there in me, right there in the
Yeah,
recognition.
yeah, I don't know, that really resonated with me. And I guess you don't realize how much going, you get to this other side and you're a changed, it's so much change in you, so because my son left 16, left my house because I had no idea why, but now I kind of do because he's back. And the only way that I could have taken a look at myself in a deep way is to have that happen.
Yes,
And now there's a chance at a real relationship with him that would have never happened, so
that's right.
that's a really amazing, and it all really comes from inside of me. So
Yeah.
I don't know, that's really true, really, really true. Thanks for sharing that. I have no idea what happened to your car because I came in a little late, but as long as
Doesn't
it's not,
matter.
as long as
Doesn't
it's
matter.
not mini, because that it sounds like it's a Kia, but hey, either way.
It's not even the point. We all
Yeah,
know,
I know
we
it's not
all
the
know
point.
what happened, don't we? Because we all know our own lives. You
Yeah.
know it by
Thank-
your 16-year-old. Somebody else knows it by the diagnosis. Somebody else knows it by a relationship with someone who they experience as dramatically challenging or difficult or unkind. And yet the relationship, for a variety of reasons, must continue, right? And we go, this is horrible. Well, no, this is the benefit. This is the beginning of a blessing, because now I've got to figure out what in me needs to change, what in me is closed, what in me is contracted, what in me wants what I want and doesn't want what I don't want, and is refusing essentially the truth of life, which is here we are like this, stuck at the side of the road in infinite ways, aren't we? Doesn't matter. It's all true. It's all of us. We're all stuck in moments. I didn't like what that person said. I didn't like what that person did. I didn't, right? And it isn't that others aren't unskillful. It's really not the point, though. What's the point is that what can I see, recognize, and open to, which is, yes, my own. I really had a lot. I had to work on metta for myself a lot when I got home because I realized how distressed I was. And in that distress, the harm that I not so intentionally, but unintentionally caused. And some of it was to someone I love very much, right? Because I went smack into blame and judgment and you said, and why not? And I can't believe I'm in this situation in this car that you put me in. You who said drive that car, right? And then the sadness, the profound sadness that I felt when I recognized what was happening and that it had already been said and that I was not awake enough in that moment. But then could I awaken when I did, going, okay, wait a minute, your own vulnerability, your own distress, your own fear took over for a moment. And it wasn't until I could offer myself, really, the complete transformation could not happen until I could offer myself this metta. And metta, by the way, must come before compassion. Must. It's essential. It is the essential ground of the open heart. It's required before we can turn towards suffering. We have to, with some qualities of the wish for ease, of the wish for freedom, of the wish to be unbound, unfettered. Without that wish, there can be no compassion. It comes first. This is essential dana practice, by the way. This is the generosity of our own hearts that we apply towards ourselves and others that then leads to the beautiful, beautiful practice and reality of compassion and self-compassion. But we must start here it's essential that we do it together, right? Isn't it? Because we will confront our own habits. We will confront our own unskillfulness. We will confront our own contracted hearts. And if we cannot offer something, the wish to be free of it, the wish to be better, the wish to be unbound, there is no practice. There is no practice otherwise. Makes sense, I hope. Yeah. Anything else we want to say about this? What I'd like you to do, maybe for next week, is go back to the practices that we have done throughout the book, Real Change. Look back at the book and see if every passage in that book is not actually talking about metta practice. See if you can't find one sentence that isn't essentially about metta practice. And if you can find it, you let me know. Remember, mindfulness, she speaks to that as well. But mindfulness is the base of our metta practice. With recognition, we turn with an open heart. We turn with the wish. We turn with befriending, with friendliness, right? This is said over and over and over. It is essential, right? With that friendliness, can we turn towards ourselves and then others? And I want us to formally, even in informal moments, offer the blessing. I want you to cultivate the blessing. May you be free from this anger. May you be free from this need to rush so that you pulled out in front of me. May you be happy. May you have ease. May you be well. I want you to make those formal blessings as often as you can all week. All week. Does that make sense to everyone? Do you get what I'm asking for? I don't want it just to happen in formal practice. I want it to happen throughout the day on the spot as you recognize contributions, as you recognize the lack of contributions, as you recognize skillfulness, as you recognize unskillfulness, as you recognize reactivity in you, as you recognize it in others. That with that recognition, the very next thing that follows is metta. Wonderful. All right, are we good? Everyone, any other thoughts about this, feedback about this, and your own experience with this practice today? Was this practice the same or different? Did you come away with any new understandings about metta practice today? I did it in a certain way, somewhat specifically. It isn't just about the phrases, is it? It's about that open-hearted, awakened mind, felt sense. And then the offering of it. It is not sufficient. The awakened heart mind is not sufficient if it is not offered. It has to be made manifest in some way. And it begins with the blessing. It begins with the goodwill. It begins with the friendliness. And then I want you to see all week what plays from there. You're going to be amazed. And that's where real change happens. Not only do I offer the wish, that's the beginning. What then happens is I think differently. I speak differently. I act differently by virtue of that antidote of good medicine, that metta. Greg says, mindfulness is the bell which allows us to open, to remember that we actually can. That's right, exactly. Without mindfulness, there will be no metta. There can be no metta without mindfulness. Greg, are you there? Did you want to say any more about that?
I just, just realizing kind of listening to what you're talking about when you're in a situation like that where you have to act, you have to take some kind of action. And anytime that action is based on the contraction, that part of me that's, doesn't want it, doesn't like it, whatever, that if I can just settle down and use the mindfulness, come into the breath and just come to the middle to this point where I can actually act based on the openness of my heart, and just that's for me is the key. And of course, so many times, acting without that, gets me in trouble.
Yes. Yeah, it gets us suffering is what it gets us. Whether we're alone or whether we're with others, that mechanic, I'll just use him as an example, that first blessed mechanic who helped me get what I really needed. In my distress, he only looked like an obstruction. He only looked like the problem. He only looked stupid. He only looked like an inadequate in that moment. And that was because that's how I was feeling. That's how I was feeling. I was feeling, I don't know what to do here. This was me. And then I saw it in him and freaked out all the more. Now, by the way, not by appearance. This isn't particularly externally motivated action. I didn't say anything harsh. I have enough practice to catch that. What I couldn't catch was my real distress at him in the moment. And then leaving that mechanic shop going, what an idiot. What an idiot. And I watched him pull away like, oh my God, I can't imagine leaving someone in this situation like that. It's not true. It's not true either. I am certain I've done that any number of times, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not so intentionally. But have I been in every situation available to everyone under all circumstances when they really needed me? Well, for sure I haven't. For sure I haven't, right? Including my own husband, who I then called on the phone and just railed on for about 8 minutes, right? Going, I can't believe you put me in this car. Right. By the way, having nothing to do with him. Nothing. He did all the right things. He took all the right, he had it in the shop. In fact, it was because he had it in the shop that the problem happened. It was actually because he had attended, because he had cared, because he had wanted my safety. It was because he brought it there that the problem happened, actually, as it turns out, not to be understood or known at the time. And what's more true is what? My own distress prevented my seeing that. My own distress prevented my remembering and knowing all of that kindness, all of that care, all of that goodness that had been extended to me for that moment. And when I could remember, it began by my first honoring my own distress and bringing metta truly to that. Like, it's okay, you're vulnerable, this is scary, this is hard. And can I offer myself some goodwill, some friendship, some friendliness, even in my distress? And the answer was yes. And when I could, then I could offer it to others. I'm pretty sure, by the way, that that's why that mechanic at the Kia dealer worked with me. I'm pretty sure he worked with me because I, at that moment, was now filled with metta and actually said, I don't know if there's anything to do, but, I'm entrusting this to you. And whatever happens is going to happen. It's going to be okay. And we're going to work it out. And he said, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this happen for you, because I didn't go in there with pistols loaded and cocked, as they say. I went, I don't know. Yeah, there may be nothing to offer. And I'm sure together, with both of us resting in that metta, the right thing, the good things could then happen. Fix the car, not fix the car. Right? Either way, I'd already let go of that. This car may be dead and gone and need to, we need to find another way. It all worked out fine. So here we are. We're going to be practicing metta all week. I will write some things up about this, put this on the website for you as well as this recording. There are many metta practices out there in infinite numbers. Sharon Salzberg has many. I'll put some links up for Sharon's practice, as well as this practice. More than the repetition, but the repetition is valuable. The opening the heart mind is valuable. Inviting friendliness is valuable. Inviting ease, offering the wishes, these are valuable. But the felt sense is as valuable. The felt sense. So sometimes we begin with just the phrases, and that's okay. Sometimes we begin with just the feeling, the felt sense, the knowing it, and that's okay too. But I want us to combine them when we can wake up. Bring that metta with that blessing, with that wish, and then make it real. Make it real. Make it, offer it. Right? If you're traveling, you're going to have a lot of opportunities for this. If you're in the airport, there's a whole airport full of people, as well as staff, as well as planes, as well as people sitting next to you. If you're at work, infinite numbers of possibilities and offerings. If you're in a family, oh, that's for sure. Right? No end. And so with that, may we all be well. May we all be happy. May we all be free from distress. And may we all remember who we really are, capable and deserving of love, care, attention, and kindness. Love to all of you. I'm so glad to be back. I look forward to seeing all of you on Saturday. Greg will be teaching on Thursday. May he be well. I look forward to being there with you as well. Blessings to all. And love to you. All right, everyone. Be well. Take care, everyone.